So well, I know you're a mother now. So basically, William, he's
Yes.
3 years old now.
He's 3. Yes.
So how was the whole motherhood thing sort of change your outlook on your career and acting? I know you took a bit of time off, right? To
Yeah.
just sort of just be a mom.
I had to. I gained 80 pounds.
You gained 80 pounds?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know. I gained 80 pounds. Almost my whole body.
How long did it
Close
take
to, you know.
That's double, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's funny. I was in this moms group in Los Angeles with a lot of other actors, and we all gained, I think the least amount was 70. And I think it's because as an actor, you're so used to sort of being slightly underweight that the minute you get pregnant, your body gains like 20 pounds immediately that you probably is your natural weight.
Right.
And then on top of that, all the baby weight, and on top of that, just the fun of being able to literally eat
whatever you want.
It's not wise, and I don't recommend it. For my second, I will not do that again. But yeah, I went a little crazy. I was the girl eating the pints of Haagen-Dazs and crying to my husband, going, "I just don't understand why I'm gaining so much weight."
How did you lose it? That's like
it was weird. I really didn't. It came off really easily. I didn't have a hard time with it at all. It was breastfeeding helps big time. Burn a million calories doing that. So I breastfed for a really long time, and that really helped. And just back to eating healthy and doing yoga.
What drew you to the role of Amy? Like, how did you get involved with the casting and the casting process?
Jeff Stevenson, the director, I had a conversation with him, and he offered me the role, and I was sort of surprised that he offered me that role because I usually don't get offered the girl. I usually tend to play roles that are a little more complex and a little more dark and a little bit more messed up. So it was sort of fun for me to kind of tackle a character that was, very simple and true and pure. And she has her absolute struggles and her absolute conflicts that are going on, but she's really sort of a person who's very healthy, and she's made really good choices in her life. So when Sam comes back into her life after all these years, it sort of throws her, and she's sort of really.
How would the real Kathleen handle a situation like that? I mean, has that ever happened to you where you had just a former friend come back at the most inopportune time, and it's sort of like the type of questions that sort of you're faced with?
It's weird. I'm friends with pretty much all of my exes, which is very unusual, I know. And my husband is actually friends with some of my So I've never dated. It's weird. I've always just been in sort of long-term relationships. So I wouldn't have that person. I don't have that person in my life that's sort of from the past that I haven't, stayed in contact with. Because I've only had really, a few serious relationships, and then most of those past.
Do you remember what you were doing on 9/11? I know a lot of the film is centered, post 9/11, and just all the impacts it's had on all these couples and all these friends. Like, what were you doing on 9/11? Do you recall that day?
Yeah, I was here in Toronto.
In Toronto.
I was doing press for a movie that I had coming out called Torso, Evelyn Dick's story, and I was on air. I was doing an interview. I think I was doing a morning show here, and everyone started just kind of gathering around. It was in the green room, and everybody just started gathering around the TVs, and I had, so many friends in New York at the time, and was instantly, calling, and I'll never forget it. It was very surreal being on air doing an interview and having that be announced and having that happen. It's really.
How involved is Gus Van Sant? I know he's one of the executive producers, but I mean, how is he very hands-on with?
Yeah, he directed the pilot, so he really sort of set the tone and the look and created the world of the show. you know, it's very much his vision, and he is in the editing room for every episode. He gets a cut. He works on the sound. He's very involved with the sound, which I don't. When you see the full run of the show, the sound design is really amazing. It's really beautiful and really unusual, and it's very Gus. So he's very involved in that. And yeah, he's really involved. So we'll see. We're going back for season 2. We start in March, and so I'm not sure if he's directing the first one again or how it's going to work. I don't think anything's been set in stone.
I mean, I think he's already left his imprint and sort of you have a blueprint to work with, right? And I know we were talking about working with Kelsey Grammer earlier, but I mean, just maybe you can talk about your relationship working with him and just getting to know him.
He is incredible. He's so amazing in this role.
So it's your first time being, I mean, indirectly nominated for a Golden Globe. When you tell us about, when you found out about, the great news and just...
I actually found out through, I woke up and, it's 3 hours later. It's 3 hours earlier. I'm not speaking because I'm here, but it's my sister in Hamilton had emailed me. So I woke up and I had an email from her going, "Oh my God, congratulations! I'm freaking out for you. I'm so excited." And I was like, "What is she talking about?" And then I started scrolling down, and it was like all these emails from people here because everyone was awake and had watched it, and in LA everyone was still asleep. So that's how I found out, and and then the emails just started flooding in all day of everybody just It's amazing for a first year show, for a brand new show to get nominated for. Kelsey got nominated and the show did as well.
Yeah. Do you ever keep in touch with any of the cast members still?
I don't. I text with Tori occasionally, like we email a little bit and text, and we always try to get together, and then we're always busy, and she's kids and I have a kid, and, but no, everybody's kind of, on their separate ways.
What's next? Like, what do you see next for your career? I know you're very busy with Boss, but I mean, what do you have next in store for us, for your fans?
Well, I'm writing a lot, and I sold my first script, and I shot a movie in Cuba last year.
What was it called?
It's called Gravity's Pull, and I co-wrote it.
Wow.
So that was my first produced writing credit, which was kind of exciting because it's really something that I want to do more of. So hopefully lots of writing.